Alright, y'all, you know the deal by now. We're back in Kinokuniya for this video for another manga shopping video, and this one's pretty long. It's like over 20 minutes, so get a snack, get a drink or whatever, and yeah, just enjoy the commentary. We're gonna be talking about a bunch of stuff in this manga shopping video, so yeah, it's probably just gonna be me rambling, to be honest. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and let's just get right into it. At this Kinokuniya, the first thing you see are the volume 1s, and there were some interesting volume 1s that were there, and some merch was there as well, and then the Makoto Shinkai, I think that's how you say his name, section was over there as well, and the Hololive section here as well. But going back to Makoto Shinkai, I think that's how you say his name, the new Suzume movie is coming out, and I'll be watching it at the day of this coming out, so hopefully it's good. I'm praying to God it's good, because Your Name was just okay, in my opinion. So yeah, and for the question of the day, let me know what manga you guys have been reading lately. For me, I just finished Kaguya-sama Love is War, and if you saw my thoughts about it on Twitter, I gave it a 10 out of 10. It's one of the first manga that I've ever read, and it's always going to have a special place in my heart. It's kind of the anime that got me obsessed with anime, and it's kind of the manga that got me, into reading more manga, so it'll definitely always be up there in my favorites. But as you can see right here, we're in the light novel section. They got some Higa Hero over there, some Goblin Slayer over here. They actually have Omnibuses here, which I didn't know they had, but they do have Omnibuses there. And then they also have some more Durarara right there. And they also have some Failure Frame, not sure what that's about, but I can see it on the screen. They had some Data Live here, some Combatants Will Be Dispatched, and I couldn't believe they were already on like volume 6 or 7, was it, of Data Live, and I also can't believe they're already on volume 4 of year 2 for Classroom of the Elite. That's some pretty insane stuff considering that. They're pretty much almost caught up with what's coming out. At least they're getting close to it. Kuma Kuma Bear is over there as well. Some Ishura over there as well. Some Interspecies Reviewers is on the shelf as well. And of course, the Origairu there. And for some reason, there was a Jujutsu Kaisen book there. So yeah. And some Solo Leveling was there as well. And Vivey and Bunny Girl Senpai in the corner over there. Not sure if we go over it, but it is there. I also wanted to talk about, let me know what you guys are watching for this upcoming anime season. For me, some of the standouts so far from the few seasonals that I've seen, World Dai Star, it's like Review Starlight, so if you're into that, definitely check it out. People love Magical Destroyers. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to say the least. I think it's just okay. And then I plan on watching, Hell's Paradise, Demon Slayer, the Insomniacs After School, which is a manga that I read. And they also, something else that I also watched is, I forgot what it was called, Tanaka-kun Level 999. Pretty good so far, so would recommend, at least for now. Looking more over at these light novels here, they had The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, and the anime for this was absolutely stinky. The pacing, terrible. The animation, terrible. But that confession scene, definitely top tier. Moving on. Further, they had The Devil is a Part-Timer. They just had an announcement where they said it was season 2, part 2 or something. I don't know. It was a really weird thing with the title that was very confusing for those who are trying to get into the series. So they might think that there's a second season 2. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. But moving on here, they just had a bunch of light novels here that I don't really know the titles of, and I wasn't really interested in. They had some Haruhi there, as you can see in the corner over there. They also had some... Oh, Wandering Witch, Elena. That's the title that I was thinking of. In the corner over there. Had some Toradora over there as well. Toradora, not really my favorite, to be honest. But I digress. Moving forward, they also had some more light novels that I didn't really know the name of, to be honest. But they look cool. So there's that. Mushoku Tensei was on the shelves over here. I'm surprised with how much Mushoku Tensei they have. I do know that they announced like a season 2, I believe. But Mushoku Tensei is there. I remember the time during the pandemic when you could pretty much not find copies of it because of how popular it was, but it's there now. The Monogatari series on the shelf, as always. Sword Art Online was also there, as well as Spice and Wolf. Spice and Wolf is something that I want to get into. I don't know if I'll do the anime or the light novel, but I do know that there's a reboot coming out. And speaking of light novels that have series coming out, Konosuba was there, and you know the Megumin spin-off is currently airing, and that's something I'll probably watch as well. ReZero was on the shelf as well, which recently got a season 3 announcement. Something like that, season 3 I believe. It's projected to have like 50 something episodes, which is pretty cool. So that's something I don't know if I'll watch, but something for the ReZero fans. Shout out to y'all. They had some Akira and A Silent Voice, as well as 20th Century Boys on the shelf here. This section is usually the omnibuses. They had some Attack on Titan No Regrets, which is something that I sold previously. Blade of the Immortal, Blame, Cardcaptor Sakura there. Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal editions, Dragon Ball Z was there as well. They actually had a lot of these Full Metal editions, which, you know, is pretty cool to see because I don't really see a lot of them, or at least too many of them on the shelves. And then this thing, I don't know what that was, and I don't know why that was on the shelf, but it's there. Soul Eater and Ping Pong was there as well. Soul Eater is something I want to get into. I tried watching the anime, but it was kind of stinky, I'm not gonna lie to you. So maybe the manga is the way to go. Hellsing was also there as well. And they just had a bunch of box sets here. They had a Monogatari Season 2 box set. Second season box set, excuse me. They had some Vagabond, some Berserk deluxe editions, that's the word I'm looking for. More Vagabond, lots of volume 11s to be honest, and then more Hellsing, more Attack on Titan. I guess, you know, this is just where they store the extra omnibuses. And speaking of the Berserk ones, I think the final deluxe version is coming out, at least the one for a while, because like Mira's passing and everything is delaying that, so there's that. And then this section is all art books, a bunch of art books here, which, you know, were pretty interesting. Some how to draw manga stuff as well. They had this Visions Pix IV art book, which, you know, caught my eye, and if I was into like just collecting art books by by like Pix IV artists, that would definitely be of interest to me, but unfortunately that's not really my style. They had some Ascendance of the Bookworm here as well. This is a manga section for, I guess, the J-novel manga. Not really too sure about this publisher, but they do have that there. They also had some I don't know what that's called, but I do know what Persona's called. They have Persona 1 or Persona 3 and 4 there, and then they also had I Belong to the Baddest Girl in School over there as well, which is a manga that I did read couple months ago. No, probably more like a year ago. It was pretty good, so would recommend. Cute romance. They had some Chained Soldier over there. High School DxD. If you can't tell, this is the ecchi section. Interspecies reviewers, a bunch more High School DxD. And then, you know, Lust Geass, which is something, I don't know. I thought it was like Code Geass, but it was Lust Geass. They had Please Take Them Off, Takamine-san, some Trinity 7, which is an ecchi series that I do want to start. One of the very few ones that I want to start, as well as continue Takamine-san. And then they also had some Destiny lovers here. They had some more ecchi, man. For some reason, Darling in the Franxx was there. I don't know why that's there. It's always been there, so yeah. And then they had some Ayakishi Triangle. I thought that was more like a shonen action series, but I guess it's an ecchi series, so it's in this section. They had some Gigant over there as well, something that I've heard of but haven't delved too deep into. They also had 100 Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Like You. I think that's getting an anime as well, so, and it has that infamous panel where it's just a bunch of text, so there is that. That's a very interesting title, Might As Well Cheat. I do not condone that, no, I don't condone that, fortunately. And then looking further, there's Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs. I do know that has an anime. World's End Harem is one of the worst anime that I have, you know, laid my eyes on, because the animation's really bad. But Solo Leveling is there. Summertime Rendering is over there as well. I did not know that all 6 were out. I thought they were still publishing, but there is that if you want Summertime Rendering in Manga edition. Down there was some Mob Psycho and some Psycho Pass there. Some Gantz Omnibuses were there. This is all the Dark Horse section, so there is that. I'm surprised that Hero Manga Sensei is published under Dark Horse. That was pretty surprising, but I guess it is. And then this is just the whole Berserk shelf. They have the singles, the omnibuses there as well. I might be wrong about that. Hero Manga Sensei comment, so don't quote me on that. They had some High Score Girl there. Up there, the Great Jahi Cannot Be Defeated, and then they also had some more manga that I honestly don't know the titles of, and I was kind of just browsing. Nothing really caught my eye here, unfortunately. But let me know, is there any manga you guys recommend for me? Down here is My Dress Up Darling, which has been recommended to me, so give me some more recommendations in the comments below. I'm always looking to read some more manga. Bakemonogatari manga is over here. It recently ended. I'm not sure which arc that it finished on. If it got all the way to Ogi Dark, the final arc of the 3rd season, that would be crazy because there's like 150 chapters only, and they definitely would have had to skip over some things. So yeah, they had some Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro. Heard it's good, but it doesn't look like it's my style, so I'm not even gonna really go into it. They had some Kino's Journey there, which, you know, has had some pretty high anime reviews, so maybe I'll check that out one day. They had some Pretty Boy Detective Club omnibuses over there. Well, not omnibuses, but the volumes are really thick. It's just one volume, but it's very thick. More Bakemonogatari was down there. After the Rain was also there as well. They had some Yakuza manga down there. Tomo-chan is a Girl that is currently airing, or it was at least airing last season of anime at the time of this recording. Heard it was just okay. Some Dororo was there, which is not just okay, it's pretty good and would recommend it. They had The Duke of Death and His Maid Volume 5. I definitely need to continue collecting the series. I have the first 2. I was very tempted to actually buy that one, but we did end up going with something else and finishing a whole nother series that, you know, I have in very high regard. You guys will see at the end of this video. They had the deluxe edition of The Girl on the Other Side, if you saw that over there. They had some Blue Giant, which I've seen some people on Twitter reading, and, you know, people have said it's good, so maybe one day I'll check it out. You know, I don't know how many times I've said maybe one day I'll check it out. I'll stop lying to y'all. I'm probably not going to check it out. But Die Dark is there. Classroom of the Elite manga is there. I remember I thought that Classroom of the Elite was a manga and not a light novel when I first started, you know, getting into manga and light novels and stuff, so pretty funny memory, I would say, because the light novel does clear, but, you know, it's hard to clear mid, or no, it's not hard to clear mid, so yeah, there is that. And then this section over here is, I'm not sure what publisher this is, but I do know that it just has a bunch of different series here. I mean, all these shelves do, but these are like the Kakegurui section, you know, for some reason Madoka's there. The Bunny Girl Senpai manga is here as well. Alice in Borderland is also there, if you can see. But yeah, they had Sekiro there, which is a video game, which I was like, huh, that's pretty interesting. I don't know, maybe I should play the video game, I don't know. I'm not that good at video games, so maybe it would be something that's too hard for me, but it's definitely something that I wanted to check out, at least in the future, you know. Some Beastars over there, some Asadora was there as well, and some Dragon Quest was there, some Dorohedoro. I definitely need to check out Dorohedoro because it's like a dark dystopian fantasy type thing, and that seems pretty cool. Chojin X, which is the newest manga by Sui Ishida, who did create Tokyo Ghoul. I'll definitely need to give that a read because it's currently ongoing, and Tokyo Ghoul is one of my favorite manga. And speaking of one of my favorite manga, definitely not Hell's Paradise, but it was Goodnight Pun Pun, which was up there. I was also tempted to get that. Insomniacs After School was there. Pretty okay manga. A lot of people have it in high regard, and it's currently an airing anime. I didn't see like the hype, but it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but some people called it the greatest romance. Nah, it's definitely not that. Look Back was over there, and then, you know, the greatest sports manga of all time, Blue Lock was there, of course. I'm just kidding. But Zom 100 is there. The Way of a House Husband. Tokyo Ghoul was there as well. You know, Blue Lock, gets a lot of hate, but I actually do very much enjoy Blue Lock. I can't deny it. It's a lot of mindless fun where I can just turn my brain off, and yeah, it was a really good anime. Keeping up week to week, it kept me hyped, and I'm probably gonna read the manga because I kind of want to know what happens to my boy Kunigami, because they couldn't have done him dirty like that. And then Blue Period, there, of course, we already got all the volumes for that if you saw a couple videos ago, so just waiting on more chapters now. Gleipnir and Grand Blue Dreaming was over there. Grand Blue is actually one of the more highly regarded manga, and unfortunately I don't really enjoy it. But I do enjoy Life Lessons with Uramichi-san, but I don't enjoy the price tag of $19 a volume or something like that. So yeah, with $19 I could probably rent a girlfriend, as you can see on the shelf over there. Shikimori is just a cutie, was there as well, and the slime manga. I definitely need to sell my slime manga and slime box set that I have. I was able to find it for like $10, but I'm definitely gonna sell it because I don't know what I'll do with that. Wotakoi was also there as well. Vinland Saga was there. Bunch of Vinland Saga actually. I guess because season 2 is airing or something, but lots of Vinland Saga. I haven't seen that much on the shelf in a long time. Bungo Stray Dogs is over here. This section is like just a giant shelf of different publishers, like Shoujo Beat, and yeah, like Kodansha, I believe. So yeah, they had some Parasite there, some Attack on Titan, Quintessential Quintuplets, and yeah, some more Seven Deadly Sins, Eden Zero, I believe Seven Deadly Sins. Whoa. Oshi no Ko came to the screen. We gotta talk about Oshi no Ko and that great first episode. A lot of people were hyping it up, saying it was the best first episode of all time. I disagree, but it was like a 9 out of 10. It was really, really good. And that twist at the end, if you're not a manga reader, you have to be so invested into the series now. So definitely recommend Oshi no Ko. It's a pretty up and down ride, but the highs are really good. So I would highly recommend that. And then over here, more Fire Force, some Shaman King over there as well. I don't know what's up with Shaman King. It's always there. Never really had the urge to read it though. UQ Holder also there. They had a silent voice. I heard the manga is a lot better than the movie, so I will definitely want to read it in the future. Some Tokyo Revengers and some Mid Spectre is there as well as I'm Standing on a Million Lives. And then Bloom Into You was over here, and man, the second that I saw this and I saw all the volumes that I needed to get, that's some foreshadowing, some very blatant foreshadowing, but I think y'all know what I got at the end of the video. And then over here was the Shonen Jump section. Bakuman, Blue Box. I heard Blue Box actually fell off, and I was very interested in reading it because it was a basketball romance, or at least a sports romance. So that's unfortunate. Call of the Night is there, which I'm definitely going to read because I liked the anime. Demon Slayer over there, and then Chainsaw Man is above it over there. So yeah, just the rest of the Shonen Jump section was here. The Promised Neverland, Twin Star Exorcists, Undead Unluck, which might be the next, shonen thing to be adapted into an anime. Spy Family. I know Zom 100 is next, but it might be the one after that. The Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle is there as well. Seraph of the End is also there. And then, Pokemon Journeys, which just wrapped up its anime. And then One Piece is there as well. Speaking of the Pokemon stuff, what do y'all think about Ash Ketchum, no longer being the protagonist? I personally don't have, that many feelings attached to Ash, but I'll be lying if I said I didn't, watch at least a couple seasons of Pokemon when I was a kid, and I'll be lying if I said that, I didn't watch The Rise of Darkrai a bunch of times when I was a kid, because Darkrai is my favorite Pokemon, so, yeah. Pretty crazy to see him go. I never thought that they would, replace Ash, but here we are. So moving on from that tangent, some Jujutsu Kaisen. Dude, season 2 is in July, and I'm pretty excited because I am a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen. Kaiju number 8, and then some Kaguya there. I really wish they had more Kaguya, but they never do. And yeah, some Haikyuu was down there as well, and Fly Me to the Moon. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. As you guys can see, we're just going to keep browsing a bit more in the art book section. They had a Bocchi the Rock book, which I was, gonna get, but then I looked it up and it's just a bunch of interviews. Some Oshi no Ko stuff over there. But yeah, I low-key forgot to record an outro of what I got. So, we'll be looking through the art book section for a bit. But that pretty much wraps up the video. I completed the Bloom Into You set that I needed. So I have all 8 volumes on the shelf. We got volumes 4, 6, and 7, I believe. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, enjoyed my rambling, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe as we look through these beautiful art books. Appreciate y'all with all the support lately. I will say that school is getting a bit more challenging, so I don't know how the uploads will be. But yeah, thank you for supporting the channel till the end, and I appreciate it. But yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.